What's up, sports bettors? We have 13 MLB games on August 4th, and I'm going to be taking you through my best MLB bets. So I locked in a really good bet for the Braves-Mets game, so two pretty good teams in baseball, and we're going to be going through my sharp bet, right? So the way that OddsJam works is it literally just scans the betting markets, and it takes the odds on every single sportsbook, FanDuel, DraftKings, everything, compares the lines to one another, and tries to find you these sharp data-driven bets based on real-time data. So for example, we can see the top positive expected value, which just means mathematically profitable bet available, is highlighted right here. The bet is in bold with a circle around it. And it's the Mets-Braves game over 8 runs at plus 100 odds. So that's the bet we want to be on. Over 8 Mets-Braves on Caesar Sportsbook at plus 100 odds. So you can see that the profit margin of this bet, quantified mathematically, is 3.21%, which just means if you were to wager $100, your profit margin, your expected profit margin, your edge, quantified in dollars, would be $3.21, right? And the reason for that is if you take a look at the odds, you can see no other sportsbook is giving us better than minus 108. In fact, Caesars is the only sportsbook giving us plus money. Pinnacle, so the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they're pricing this all the way at minus 113, and they only have 12 cents of juice baked into their market. From plus 101 to minus 113, they only have 12 cents of juice baked into their market. So it's a very tight, efficient betting market. So we're using real-time betting data, odds from the sharpest bookmakers to back out what the true odds should be, which in this case is minus 106.6, and then comparing these lines to odds on all other sportsbooks to look for these profitable bets and line discrepancies, such as over 8 runs at plus 100 odds on Caesars. So this is a great bet. We're getting tons of value, and the profit margin is 3.21%. So you can see right here, I locked it in, over 8, Braves, Mets, $1,000, so a 2-unit play for me at plus 100 odds. Our bet has a 3.21% profit margin. So our bet, quantified in dollars, has 3210 in EV. You take your edge or your profit margin, which is just going to be the percent column on OddsJam, and you multiply it by your stake, and that gets you your profit margin in dollars, right? So my goal as a sharp bettor is just place as many profitable bets as I can on a daily basis that all have an edge, right? That are true pricing discrepancies where we're beating the true odds, the zero vig odds. So for example, in this UFC fight, what's more fun than betting on people to get knocked out? We have Spivak versus Sakai. Well, this is a different bet, but this one looks pretty good too as well. So we might as well lock it in. So I'll refresh the OddsJam page, and we can see the first bet went away. It was really good, so it went away. So lines can move at any time. So as a sports bettor, you need to always be looking for data-driven sharp bets. You never know when these pricing discrepancies are going to occur, sharp action's going to come in, stuff like that. But we can see a profitable UFC bet, if you like betting on UFC, is Brian Battle versus Takashi under 2.5 rounds, right? Pretty clear line discrepancy. DraftKings only giving us plus 115, BetOnline plus 120, and Pinnacle plus 120. So the market width, there's a little more juice baked into this market, but clearly just looking at the entire betting market as a whole, removing the juice from each sportsbook, it's pretty clear that the under 2.5 is pretty good value. So we can actually go ahead and we might as well just lock in this UFC bet very briefly. So we want to go to the rounds under 2.5, and we can lock this in for half of a unit. It's going to review the bet, and then I can add it to my bet tracker. So we have Sato versus Battle under 2.5 rounds. This is going to be a $250 play for us. The profit margin is 2.75%. And I have another mathematically profitable data-driven bet in my portfolio of sharp, profitable plus EV bets. So as long as Caesars takes this bet, we'll be able to kind of add it in. But again, that's what I'm doing every day as a profitable sports bettor. I'm just looking through the odds, looking at these line discrepancies, trying to find as many profitable bets as I can on a daily basis and lock them in, right? So we'll see if they take this bet. If not, I may have to reload and just see what happens. So it doesn't look like they took it. Try placing it again. Stake exceeds the maximum. Okay, so we'll try placing $100 on this and we'll see if they take it. So they take it for $100 instead. So this bet will now have the same edge, but slightly lower stake. So our profit margin in dollars is slightly lower. But our two bets have $35 in profit margin locked in on them. So hopefully you found this video helpful, this video on positive EV betting, the best MLB bets for today, and let's make some money.